paint. Okay.
Bro, I didn't even see the Maryland game the other day when they played
the Maryland Duke game.
No, that was a good game. No, I actually watched that one. I was supposed to be at the game.
Yeah, you were supposed
right, you
to be.
You really
Hold on, I'm putting that. We are live. We are live. Don't think nothing incriminating.
I didn't even know it was live.
We've been live for 20 seconds. We just be talking.
I had to.
I know Jay loved to do that, but I didn't even notice. Like,
he don't give us a heads up either. We just next thing you know, he just be live.
Yes. I like doing it, but just it gets the conversation going.
You gotta watch what we say.
Good. I mean, I'm trying to retweet this stuff, and I see catfish on my phone. Let me see here. Let's see. There's a lot of shit going on tonight, man. The in-season tournament going on. All type of shit. College basketball.
There's so much going on tonight. It's crazy.
The NBA don't do a great job of
They ain't really promote this like that though. I don't really think.
Is the NBA not doing a good. They haven't been promoting this, like bringing it back. Just because you had it last year don't mean people still don't understand. You got a group of people who don't want to understand. You got people like me who's a soccer fan and understand the route they're going. And then you got people who just don't give a fuck.
I think they want people to just notice that it's the in-season tournament time based on the courts. So they feel like they don't got to announce it.
Of course, the ugly as shit, man. Let's call it what it is.
I hate them.
I hate the
courts. I literally just tweeted about it too.
The courts as bad as like the city jerseys. I don't like none of that stuff. Honestly,
the Celtics one got to be the worst. I'm sorry.
I saw it so green. I just saw a picture of it. Like, yo, that's not what's up though. But I mean, I see everybody filing in from Twitter.
But now, Lo, let me ask Lo this as a Laker fan. Do you hold last year's championship, the in-season championship, to high regard as a Laker fan, or y'all just like?
Man, no. Like when they hung that banner, I disgusted.
But but everybody, and that's the thing. Like we so behind in American sports, just so behind in this shit. Is like you gotta do a better job at explaining this shit if you want people to pay attention to it. Like especially the NBA crowd.
Well, it's all. This whole thing came into play because of capitalism. They know that it's 82 seasons. I mean, it's 82 games long in the beginning of the season. Even the guys don't really want to hoop like that. Like they just be going out there going through the motions. So it's sad that you have to put $500,000 on the line for people to do their job and actually compete, because you see the difference in competition when it's an in-season tournament game versus when it wasn't last year. You know what I'm saying? In regards to just like the aggression, just attention to detail, just they played harder. It was more effort because you're playing for money. And especially the guys at the end of the bench are hoping that, the starters are handling business so that they can make the 500,000 because, they're not making as much as like LeBron or AD or, you know what I'm saying? So I do think that it was cool that the Lakers won the first one. I mean, I think it's cool, but I thought it was corny to hang it. Like it's not a championship, bro. Stop.
Yeah, and that's the thing when it comes in. Like we're gonna move on, y'all. But that's the thing about like as an NBA crowd. Think about how many people actually watch soccer, and this is where they got that idea from, or like other Euro leagues. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't even know that's where they got the idea from. I thought they stole it from the WNBA.
No, all this shit come from Euro sports. Like the soccer, they do this shit. They have in tournament stuff. You got like your league championship, you got in tournament shit, you know what I'm saying? Like they have their ways. So like, and I get what they were trying to do, but once again, like last year, they didn't explain. And then this year, I forgot that she was even coming up. I saw somebody say, I'm excited for the NBA Cup. I'm like, damn, that shit is tonight. So it was like, I didn't even know it was even starting tonight. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta do a better job at that. Big time. And I think the NBA in general is just dropping the ball with advertising certain things. You know what I'm saying? Just expect because it's on the internet, people are gonna look. They're not. They're not even gonna try to understand if it's something new.
That's why the ratings haven't been like what they used to be because they don't. Really
a lot of people try to say like, well, the NFL. Listen, NFL come back the same time. It's gonna be on the same time as the NBA. Like it just wasn't. And I get it. That first week, I think Embiid and I think the whole Sixers team was out on that open night on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody except Maxey, I think.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? I wasn't gonna take. I don't know Maxey and shit like that, but it's just the NBA. The product is down. I think pro sports in general. It's just
I mean,
bad.
and that's a conversation that we're going to have another time in regards to
Yes.
like just injuries too, because in general, it's been a mess this year. Like it's really been a mess, and it's not just a coincidence. Like people are getting injured a lot more now.
Mhm.
And I asked the question on Twitter yesterday: is it because kids are starting to play organized basketball a little bit too early? Is the AAU circuit too much on their joints? Or are they just not taking care of their body? Because when you look 20 years ago, the players were injured. They played through it, which I'm not suggesting to do. But it wasn't like this. Like, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they were injured and just played through it and we just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think Maxey has a hamstring injury. I'm sure people play through plenty of hamstring injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, so strains, I should say. So I'm interested to see like the correlation between children starting sports earlier with them actually getting more injuries. So
And I think I see that across the board, all the sports too. I think the kids are playing too much, like doing too much shit across the board, like football, baseball, basketball. Like it's hella, like football season don't like it end, and you got 7-on-7 tournaments. You traveling all like kids be traveling and shit. Like their body's not even used to that. And then by the time you get to college and the NBA, look how many more years they got.
That shit burned out, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like
in your early 20s.
you know
Like,
what I'm saying? Like you be burnt the fuck out.
it's this kid in our area from PG. He like 7 or 8 years old, and like he's really good. Like he's been hooping since he was 2 years old. Like literally, no lie. Like he literally started walking and start shooting. Like so they practice every single day.
Yeah.
This kid travels every single weekend for AAU ball.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain, unless he doesn't, like, I'm not wishing this on anything, but if he doesn't have any major injuries, I would be very, very shocked if he doesn't make it to the league. Like I'm gonna send y'all a video of him when we get off of here. Like he's really good and playing up. So I'm like, bro, if he's been playing, like practicing and every single day since 2 and 3, and he's only 8 now, and he's already doing AAU and 7 or 8 doing every single weekend traveling. You know what I'm saying? And so these kids are really getting into it a lot early. And it's actually studies that show that developmentally, like playing sports at 3 years old is too early for a child. Playing sports at 4 years old is too early for a child because they don't have the adequate skills to cope. They don't have the adequate skills to have like team building and stuff like that. They don't have skills to do those things.
They don't. Yeah. And every kid ain't special.
Right.
They just not. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing. As we closing this, bringing this together, like bringing this home, like every kid ain't special. It's just not like every kid is not worth you going to get extra trainers or going all this traveling. Every kid is just not that special and good. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like if like my nephew and they live in Michigan, like I'm like, yo, he's different than your other kids. Like my brother been getting phone calls about his son for high school since he was like 9 or 10. We want your son. He was like, he's different.
That's different. So if you put money and invest time in that,
he's like some people just be like every child like that. He shot the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's hard conversation you gotta have. Like even with my kid, like I know which one is like, oh, this one's athletic. Like I know, like you know what I'm saying. He can play, but he's not different in that area. So it's just we're to blame too. A lot of this shit. You know,
absolutely. A lot of the parents are living out their hoop dreams through their kids. That's the problem.
And that's nasty to me.
Oh, you see it all the time. Everybody, their kid is either the next Kobe, next LeBron, football, they the next whatever the quarterback is at that time, or running back, baseball, the same thing. And that's what it is. And then by the time either their kid hates sports by the time they get to high school, or they fizzle out because they can't take that shit. It's just too much. And the way it is now, we have all that social media and all that shit is like it's just bad. But yeah, we're here. We brought this home. We've been 2 weeks, episode 15, and I know why. I know y'all know why we ain't been here. We ain't gonna get off with all that. You know what I'm saying? Just all I'm gonna say is this:
we don't want to get it there somewhere.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, this is all I'm gonna say because it's a big ass elephant in the room. Why we weren't here? All I'm gonna say is just don't go around don't you have no hatred in your heart. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't you have no hatred in your heart. If you have hatred in your heart, you're gonna lose your blessings for having hatred. So that's all I'm gonna say. plan accordingly. If you haven't before, do it now. That's it. And we back with episode 15 of the Best Damn W Show. We got Low in the house. Low, how you feeling? Not about, just in general, all right.
You know what? I'm blessed and I'm black, man. I'm blessed and I'm black.
There we go.
Doing good. I'm doing a lot better than last week.
Oh man, y'all. Yes. Yes.
Low texted at 5 a.m. I ain't going tonight. I ain't fine tonight. I'm like, all right. I was up like 2 a.m. making up the whole topic list. I
had to wait. I'm just gonna see. I'm just gonna wait and see how this festive. I'm like, as the day went on, I'm like, yeah, we're not going.
Bro, literally, as soon as I woke up at 2:00 and I couldn't fall back to sleep, and I was just watching it in real time, I was like, "It's no way I'm going to be."
Yeah, like it was. After they kept going on, I'm like, "Yeah, there's no way this is gonna work tonight."
Yeah.
Either we're gonna just go off. We're gonna have trolls. It's gonna be all bad. But I'm glad you're good. I'm glad we're here. One band, one sound. Nick in the house. How you feeling, man?
I'm great, man. Glad to be back with y'all, man. It's crazy how it has been 2 weeks since we last came on, but I'm happy, man. We got a lot to discuss.
We do.
We missed last week, obviously. A lot of great college basketball stuff, but we're here to talk about it today. So
yes.
Let's get to it.
Yes. And I'm Jay. For everybody who's new to the stream and who's ever always here, I'm Jay. So we're gonna get this started. College basketball started like
Monday.
Halloween. It was like 2 days for Halloween last time we had an episode. So I hope you had a good Halloween. Halloween was fun. It was cold as hell here. Like all our warm weather went to the East Coast. So everybody on the East Coast got to, trick or treat with 80 degrees. We had 50s and shit and wind. So
man, I had to take the little boy's costume halfway down because it was so hot outside.
See what I'm saying? We had to put hoodies at night. We had to put hoodies on this down here. But man, we had a lot of basketball shit. I don't even know who kicked it off. We had South Carolina, Michigan. Who else? Who kicked this shit off? I don't even know.
Ole Miss, USC.
Where y'all want to start?
Notre Dame played against. I don't even know what the fuck the name.
Notre Dame.
Mercyhurst, I think it is.
Something like that.
We'll get to South Carolina and all that shit in Michigan, but let's start with Notre Dame, especially because there's been a lot of chatter about Olivia and Hannah working together. There's been a lot of that. I've been seeing Nick going back and forth with that. It's been back and forth with Nick and Lowe going back. Who's gonna be the head woman in charge? And I ain't never seen Olivia hoop like I've seen highlight. I've never seen her, like really get busy. And even though it hasn't been, the cream of the crop ass talent, let me tell you something. Notre Dame is here to show y'all we are here to make a run. We are here. We hear about Juju. We hear about Paige. We hear about South Carolina. And they don't care. Like, they don't care. And Olivia, about a couple weeks ago, Nick came to the group chat and said, Juju and Olivia are like the same. I forget verbatim as score.
I said Juju and Olivia have some type of similarities. I think when it comes to like really running the floor, being playmakers, scoring as well. But if you ask me, I'll slightly still give the nod to Juju. I just think Juju is a little more fluid in her game. Not saying that Olivia isn't, because Olivia is really talented, especially scoring the ball. But I'll probably give the nod to Juju. But I think with having a year off, people forgot who Olivia Miles was. I mean, this was a player who was pretty much dominating the ACC right before Hannah Hidalgo came. And this is one that, like, once I was watching Hannah Hidalgo last year, I was thinking, like, man, I cannot wait to see both of them on the floor this year. And they haven't disappointed at all.
No,
as far as that's the thing, like, as far as like who's gonna run the show, just trade back and forth at this point.
Yeah.
Both of them are killing it right now. It's really hard to tell like who's gonna be the real focal point of the team.
No, dead ass. Lo has said something to us, and she tweeted something about their chemistry. I'm gonna let you take the flow on this, Lo, but I agree with everything you said. So go ahead, your thoughts about Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame, I think me and Nick have kind of said it for months. Honestly, it's probably been a year. Once we saw how good Hannah was her freshman year, we were like, oh my, like just salivating at the opportunity to see this backcourt play together. And, it's only been a week and they have not disappointed. Olivia Miles, triple-double in your first game back. That's nuts, bro. She hadn't played basketball or donned a Notre Dame jersey in 617 days.
That's insane.
617 days. okay, and come back with a triple dub. That is absolutely nuts. Like, and this is what people don't understand. I say it all the time. When you are rehabbing or when you are injured, doing cardio is different than playing 5-on-5. Like playing like a competitive, like actual 5-on-5 game. So I wasn't sure how she was going to come out initially because I was like, does she trust the knee? It took her so long to come back from the injury. And it didn't take her long at all to adjust and get back to doing what she is typically doing. Like, I think she's showed her bag completely in both of the games that they played. And I think, her running mate isn't too shabby either. 28 points the last game they played, 7 boards. But one thing I will say about Hannah Hidalgo is just in these 2 games, I can already see that she's gotten better. Like she's literally gotten better. Yes. Like, and she's always been very quick and shifty and able to get to the basket because she's so low to the ground and she's just faster than everybody. She just gets there and she can finish through contact as well. But this year I've been noticing like she's a lot more confident in her mid-range. Like she's going to take a hard dribble and just pull up. Like, and I'm like, damn, it's like that. Like we developed that. So looking very confident in her shot. And like you said, Nick, I think the way that Niele has kind of been playing them so far, it looks like they're kind of sharing the point guard duties. And so I'm interested to see, like, when the game is on the line, who are they trusting with the ball? Is it going to be situation dependent? Like, is it who's hot that game, or is it I'm going with Olivia because she has more experience? So I'm very interested to see that. And I said it to Nick. I think I said it in a group chat overall, but I said the other day that Notre Dame is looking like a better team than USC. Like in totality, like their cohesiveness is just there. Like we'll talk about USC a little later, but right now, as of today, like if they were to play today, I would put more money on Notre Dame. And I know people probably think I'm crazy, but I think Niele's a better coach. I think that it's just more synergy and cohesion with they actually play like a team. And I think it's because they run that variety of like a Princeton offense. So everyone can get a piece of the pie. They just look more cohesive. And again, I get it. USC, new players on the team, a lot of freshmen. So it's going to look nasty in the beginning. Like it's going to look discombobulated in the beginning, which it has. But yeah, that's what I got on Notre Dame. A lot of teams should be worried. And again, they're not even fully healthy yet.
They're not. And
Maddie Segrist, or not Maddie Segrist. What's her name?
Maddie Westbell.
Maddie Westbell. Yeah, she's still out. I think she's gonna be out for the whole year. But I mean, even the other supporting cast is good too. Like Leah King, the transfer from Pitt, she's been really good for them as well. So it's not even just Hannah and Olivia doing the thing. I mean, it's everybody else. But it's funny because I just started thinking about them having them work out with Skylar Diggins-Smith, and whatever they did in that workout is showing right now at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, Skylar had them ready to go.
They have an attitude to them. Like I like Olivia's goggles. I like everything, just her swag.
I forgot this is Jay's first year watching her.
Yeah, like this is like her swag. Like this is players like her. I like. Like I already enjoyed Hannah because how she's a dog, how she attacks the game. But then you got Olivia, her running mate, who got these goggles. She busting your ass. She is passing. She is giving it to you.
Y'all laughed at me when I said she had a little bit of magic in her game. Y'all laughed.
Listen, I love the way I love to see players because like scoring, sometimes it's just gonna be easy, and sometimes your shot is just not gonna fall. Fact. And sometimes you need to be able to pass and get other people going or get yourself easy baskets, and she can do that. And then you got a running mate like Hannah is just man, like it's been fun to watch, and I get it. I understand the competition, but everybody does that. And when it's like still even like that, like they're playing against, like they went against Purdue, and Purdue had like a little fake, like a little fake comeback. And I'm glad they did because I wanted to see like some more of them hoop. But it was like they were doing easy shit. Like Hannah was walking into threes like with confidence. Like it was just crazy.
No hesitation.
No.
Olivia out here hitting full court shots.
Man, like it's just they just look good, and coaching matters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And last thing about Notre Dame, Maddie Westbell, she's actually not out the whole season, Nick, just the beginning of the season.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw something.
She'll be back this year. It's
that'd be good.
I can't remember the girl's name. She's a forward for them. She's out the whole season though.
Is it Sonia?
No, Sonia played.
No.
She played.
Yeah, she's playing. Yeah,
against Purdue. She's black. What the hell's her name? I can't think of it. I'll come. It'll come back to me before we end.
Hey, one thing that's so different about women's hoops now is that, and I pay attention to this on Notre Dame's bench, when they're not playing and they know they're not gonna play, they face be beat, boy. They be.
They still trying to get them NILs, baby. I ain't mad at it.
They make it look. We're not hooping tonight. We're gonna be made sure we are good to go. I'd be like, yeah, look at them girls on the bench. Boy, that was not like that 20 years ago.
Man, the fact that they're playing in full frontal, like lace fronts, I'm like, excuse me, like what?
Like that shit crazy. That whole situation, all that shit is wild.
Yeah, we need to
all
have
that shit is wild. All that shit. Man, but. Man, I was just quick on Notre Dame. Like they really.
Well, nah, real quick, because I was talking to y'all yesterday when the new AP poll came out, and I saw that Notre Dame was number 6, and I was like, ain't no way Notre Dame should be number 6 right now. And y'all were both kind of challenging me on it as far as like who needs to be get out of top 5. I don't know exactly who, but the way Notre Dame has played these first couple of games, in my opinion, they should be top 5.
So I'm not mad at them being number 5. My point in saying that was. They were like they won the 2 games and the teams above them all won as well. So they weren't going to be pushed up because they won their 2 games. So they're at their same exact spot. So I knew that they wouldn't be be moved at 5 because none of the teams ahead of them lost. So,
yeah, like I get it.
But I mean, I don't actually have them, and when we talk about rankings, I actually have them at 5. So
yeah, like, and I definitely get what you're saying, Nick. Just going off like how consistent, well, not would say consistent, but how the AP usually works and how they usually do they moving up and down. And then, some people will probably use like, USC played Ole Miss real, early. And so they wouldn't, and then like they still won, even though it wasn't a blowout, they still won. Is Ole Miss ranked?
Now they are.
Yeah,
they're 19 now.
Were they 19 when they played them?
They were 20. They moved up.
Oh, they were ranked. Okay, but so it's like I know how they do shit like that. So, but I'm with you. They should be top 5, but in this instant, like I knew they weren't going, and it move them up. But I definitely get what you was coming from because just going off how college is eye test. I mean, just looking, they look the best out of all the top 6 teams, probably. If I'm thinking about, because I didn't watch UConn yet. Have they? You haven't really.
I only watched a quarter.
I haven't watched a lot of teams here, man. I feel bad.
People have been killing Paige because I guess she's older and everybody like. I guess she will be busting everybody's ass because she's older. So
that's so weak. Like it's just such a weak argument. Like,
yes.
Number 1, Paige is not the first. And first of all, when they're saying super senior, she already graduated, so she's not a. That's not the proper term for it. But she's a graduate, postgraduate. So like it's just corny to me because she's not the first one that's done this and she won't be the last one that's done this. And we're acting like Paige has actually played a lot of full seasons. She's missed literally multiple full seasons from injury. Mm-hmm. So it's just it's mainly casual fans, like newer hoop fans saying that. But it's just such a weak argument because even let's say she was a year younger. So what is she? Probably 22. Let's say she was or 22 or 23. Let's say she was 21. She was still, let's say she's a senior, she's 21, and she's playing against a freshman that's 18. It's still going to be an age difference. Like we're talking about 1 to 2 year difference.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's always going to be an age difference. So it's just
people. Wow.
I wish people would just shut up and just enjoy the hoops. Like so tired of
people on Twitter really do think like it's the end all be all. Like I tell people all the time, there's millions of people who still haven't even gone on Twitter. So the shit you mad about or complaining about, this person outside of Twitter don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
Like, Twitter is still one of them. This ain't Facebook. Twitter is still one of the places people still aren't even on and don't even plan on going on. So it's like a lot of shit just be funny for us to talk about, and a lot of shit just don't even make no sense because they just be talking, they just be yapping.
Facts.
Shit. Who else y'all want to talk about from the last 2 weeks? Who we got? Just get South Carolina out the way.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Right, I don't need them fans talking about y'all waited forever to talk about them. Like, damn. Like, I know how y'all get down, man.
They hate my ass. They still hate me from whenever I said USC was the better team. Oh my god,
yeah, they still don't like your ass. So you definitely need to be talking nice about them.
I saw somebody like,
no, I didn't catch a lot of this game. I've been wanting to go back to the South Carolina
Which one, NC State game?
I saw some of the NC State game. That shit was good. Oh, that freshman, NC State.
I know who you're talking about. She wears the
You don't know
she
shit, man.
no for
I forget her name. Hey, don't mind
McDonald's
us.
All-American. That's where I
I
first
know.
noticed her. I forgot that she even was going there until I saw the game. But nah, she
Yeah,
was
because I remember seeing her in high school, and then I saw that shit. Well, I didn't go to her game, but I saw clips and shit. I forgot all about that shit. And then honestly, the last 2 weeks on what's been going on in the world on top of hoop, it's just been a lot.
yeah.
I ain't gonna know everybody's name right now. There's so much shit happening, but I mean, what's y'all thoughts on South Carolina so far? I'm gonna go with you low first.
Not shocking that they're ranked number 1 as they should be. They're the defending champs, and they returned most of their roster from last season. Of course, a year where they went undefeated, and then they doubled down and then added more talent with Joyce Edwards and a host of other players. I think the biggest thing for South Carolina for this week in general was Ashlyn Watkins coming back.
Yes.
That was huge for them, and her getting all the charges dropped. I think just in watching that first game without her, they looked really light, I would say, in the post. Like they looked real weak. Like that was their weak spot that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, her length will definitely help them. Her strength down there will definitely help them on both sides of the floor. But if I'm being honest, I think that even with her, I think that that's still one of the holes in their game, overall game. Like you got to remember, we're used to seeing. Say it again.
You said post play is a weak spot?
Yeah. So you got to remember, we seen last year Camilla there, before that Aaliyah Boston. So we've seen like these elite centers, forwards that play for them, and so this is like the first year where we haven't seen like someone with that big name or someone that we know is going to hold down the paint. I'm not saying Ashlyn can't do that. I mean, for God's sake, when they showed the video of her coming back, she did a drop step to a dunk. I'm like, what the hell? Like you ain't hoop competitively, and how long are you doing a drop step to a dunk? Like, excuse me. But yeah, so I think South Carolina is going to be good. I think that they will be one of the last teams standing, if not win the championship again this year, because Dawn is just legendary over there in Columbia and just building a powerhouse over there. So yeah, I mean, I think it's their championship to lose, but my one hesitant spot is their shooting when Pow is not making it, and also the post play.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
post play is most definitely some. Honestly, like I feel like Joyce Edwards should get more opportunity, but also I feel like there's a lot of times where she is kind of like out of control, like on the court. So maybe that's what Dawn is trying to challenge her on. But I definitely agree as far as post play. I mean, especially when you're coming off of 2 elite bigs like Camilla, you mentioned, Aaliyah Boston, like you mentioned. I mean, those are 2 players who won national championships with the team. So losing those key players, in the post is definitely big. And I mean, as far as South Carolina, pretty good start, 2-0. They still have a lot to go. Obviously, I mean, everybody knows, if you watch the Michigan game, probably one of the more uglier performances I've even seen, especially in the fourth quarter, to say the least. But they were able to pull out the win. NC State, that was a rival in the Final Four. They were able to find a way to get that win. One of the biggest things for me was obviously Tahina Pow. I think that she's been playing really well, especially in that second game against NC State. And I think we're seeing a little bit more out of Tahina. I guess especially with the draft coming up. I think she's showing more of the shot creation, the ball handling ability, showing more than just being a spot up shooter. And I think it's going to be very beneficial for the team. And maybe that's something that Don challenged her on. Even heading into this year to possibly show more on the offensive end. So I'm definitely excited about that. Ashlyn Watkins the same way. Still waiting on Raven to get going.
Hey, I knew Raven would get brought up in this, boy. Go ahead.
Gotta bring her up. But come on, Lo. But no, I mean, I think Raven will be good. Like, I don't know. Like, as I was watching the NC State game, and I told y'all about this. Like, to me, I feel like this year she has more lift in her shot. Yeah. But for some reason, it's just still not falling on us. And it's weird because I'm even watching her. It's like her knees barely bend to me. I don't know if many other people notice that or not, but it's just very interesting with Raven Schott. But she even said it. She was on Haley Jones' pod, I think a couple weeks ago, and she said that she wanted to add more scoring to her game. I think the first game she only scored like maybe 2 points if she didn't score at all. Can't remember exactly what she had in this game against NC State, but I want to see more scoring out of Raven. I think that would definitely help expand her game, and I think that will allow her to be more respected as an offensive player, because obviously we know how great she is as a playmaker, but once she adds the shooting, that'll be great as well. But I mean, look, in these first 2 games, South Carolina was able to get the win, but I still feel like they got a lot to go. And honestly, I'll be real, they might have the toughest schedule out of everybody. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, they had to play Michigan the first game, and then they had to play NC State. And I mean, even Don said, like, yo, we wanted to have a tough schedule. We wanted to be challenged this year. So it's really good to see, how good of a start that they had, and what they could be moving forward.
I think they had the top 5. It's in the top 5 of strength of schedules.
Schedule. And then I can imagine that would have also been in the SEC as well. And then you got new incumbents to the SEC. One thing I do want to ask y'all about South Carolina is that, since you did mention all those names like you did, is this one of those teams where, like, this is literally one of those teams you feel, or either one of y'all feel, that if they have like a major injury, they can't overcome? Like, teams usually can't, but usually it's like, is this the one of them teams we know they're good, we just don't know how good they really are yet? And it's like, is it one of them teams where if someone's down for a long time, let's say like a Pow, like she goes down for a month, can they survive that?
I feel like they could, because to me, I mean, even outside of Tahina, I think Breeze is a really good shooter too, and I feel like that's where Bree Hall is going to have to really step up as their key shooter to the team outside of Tahina Pow. So it really all depends on position, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if one of the bigs gets hurt, like, I mean, even Ashlyn coming back, but like, even if a player like Joyce Edwards were to get hurt, I feel like that's a big loss as well. And I feel like, especially a lot of teams, like, it's like, for instance, like, they're playing UCLA in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
If they were to play against UCLA and they didn't have their top bigs, and I mean, and especially with like the start that Lauren Betts has had, that's gonna be a huge loss for South Carolina. So it really all depends on like what position does go down, to me.
And like Lo said, it's still gonna be a challenge for them going against a bigs in the first place, and then
even healthy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be an issue anyway. And I think now with South Carolina, they're so dominant, I think we're just gonna be nitpicky because we're so used to them being a certain way. Like, we're used, like you said, we're used to hearing about the big names, the bigs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're used to hearing that. We just, we know Ashlyn
Watkins.
Yeah, we know about her, but it's like we don't know. So we'll see.
I mean, like Fagan, I don't know. Sanaya Fagan, like I'm not really sure what she's doing out there. And again, this is the worst they're going to look. We're a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, by March Madness, by March, I guarantee you Joyce Edwards will be getting more minutes, and she will look completely different. I guarantee you Ashlyn Watkins will look completely different because she'll be in game shape. And she'll also understand her role more. Like, you are the starting center. Like, this is your team. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're building it around you. We need you to be the anchor. So I think she'll be more comfortable in that role because she's been playing second fiddle, since she's been there. Respectfully, because she had all Americans ahead of her, So yeah, I think overall talent wise, like, they don't have one superstar, but I think they're very well balanced.
Mm-hmm. They're not gonna look the same, like y'all said. They're not gonna look the same on November 12th like they're gonna look in March. It's not even gonna look February. They're not gonna look like this at all. Like, it's gonna be a.
The thing about them, though,
by the end of December, they're gonna look different.
Yeah,
I'm saying, and the thing about them is, like, it's not even like how they start; it's how they finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always show like to get off the slow starts, but they always find a way to come through in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's pretty much what it's always been. I mean, you can go back to the championship game. Caitlin Clark had 18 points in the first quarter, still ended up finding a way to win. So I mean, that's what South Carolina is.
No, oh my God.
The Hawks beat Boston, by the way.
That's
so
crazy.
What now? My fault.
Hawks beat the Celtics, by the way.
Damn, for real? Shit. I mean,
right?
I forget. I feel what up, Wiley? What's good with you, man?
Good.
Who else y'all want to talk about?
See him in here.
Who else in the top 25? We got South Carolina. Was USC number 2?
On AP,
I think UConn's number 2. UConn's number 2. USC is number 3.
Let's talk about USC. I know Lowe got something. Let me tell y'all something. We know why Lowe will never be a coach again. Okay?
Why?
Listen.
Bro, she's over there snapping on us, bro. In the group chat when they play Notre Dame.
Going crazy on USC when they played
Ole Miss.
I don't know who. When they play Ole Miss, And then when they play Cal Poly, oh my god,
Cal Poly, something like that.
What?
Yo, she was going nuts on them, and I felt it. But this is why. Look, everybody who say, "Lo, you should coach." Listen.
Yeah, just don't say that ever. Yeah, just. Yeah, I get too. That's why even with playback, like I'd be like, man, I don't know if I want, because I get too passionate about it. Like I'm really at the scoreboard about to check in. Like that's what you think.
That. No, seriously. No, I definitely understand that. But
honestly, let me say something real quick about that game. To me, I felt like Ole Miss should have won that one. If they would have made shots down the stretch, that would have been theirs. Like they missed a lot of threes down the stretch, and they had a lot of open looks too. Honestly,
I really thought they was gonna win. I thought once Ole Miss like was tied up or they had a 1-point lead, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna pull this shit off, and they didn't. But
that's the thing, because USC was still turning the ball over like crazy. Like I just feel like it was really Ole Miss not being able to convert on a lot of those opportunities, and that's what cost them the game.
It was very sloppy, but
I mean, I feel like it's a tale old as time. Ole Miss always competes on the defensive end. They're always Coach Joe is always going to have them ready for battle on the defensive end. But their issue is they can't score the basketball when needed. Like you said, they miss a ton of open shots. But you got to give them credit for going toe to toe with the big dog. Like all season. I mean, all off season, everyone has been talking about USC. I want to see Juju and Kiki. I want to see Juju, how good Juju is in year 2. I want to see Kiki, if she's the solidified number 2 pick in the draft next year. You know what I'm saying? So like all season, all off season, everyone has been talking about them. So I'm sure Ole Miss came in there with a little chip on their shoulder, and they showed them. Like they played I won't say they played a good game because it was probably one of the ugliest games I've ever witnessed in the last 34 years of my life. However, like 26 turnovers, USC really, like it was just nasty. Like I literally, like it was honestly nasty. Like I was embarrassed watching it. I'm like, is this on national TV? And my issue with the whole thing is like, I understand it's the first game of the season. So I thought it was just like, jitters because we're on TV. It's the first game of the season. No, it was terrible throughout the entire game. Like 26 turnovers is just so nasty to me. Like, and a lot of them were unforced turnovers. I'm like, but aside from the turnovers, my issue was with Coach Lindsay. It's a very small sample size, so I'm not going to say anything too wild. However, I'm concerned. I'm a little concerned about her coaching abilities. I'm not going to hold you because the game plan in both of these games in the beginning of both games specifically have been to ISO Juju and just let her go do her thing. And it's like year 1 that worked because
she had nobody.
Right. But now you have another All-American on your team.
It was.
She had nobody.
Who she have on her team? Transfers.
How are we gonna disrespect Mackenzie Forbes?
No. Okay, that was disrespectful, but you know what I mean by that.
What other school outside of before Mackenzie Forbes signed up for USC in her graduate year? What other schools was knocking on her door?
No, I get that. I understand what you're
saying. She went to Harvard, bro. She was hooping for Harvard. Like, and that's disrespect. That's no disrespect to Mackenzie because I think that she can play.
Yeah, like, she was hooping.
I think that she was in a good position. I think she was in a good position for her. It was a good fit for what needed to be done for that team. But like moving forward and advancing to like a professional league, like no, we're not talking about a professional player that Juju was playing with. Like let's be.
Are you saying even like professional, like Euro professional either?
Is she playing Euro right now? I don't know.
I don't.
Is she?
Nick.
I
mean, we were watching. Maybe I was.
I get it. I get what you're saying. Like, I mean, nobody on USC last year was as good as Kiki Erie. I get that. I get that.
That's my only point. My only point. Okay, excuse me for my words. I don't choose my words correctly all the time.
It's all good.
Yeah. However,
I don't disagree. I thought it was funny.
She's never played with another. This is her first time playing with another All-American. That's a better way to say it. Okay, this is her first time playing with another All-American. And Lindsay still has her doing ISO sets, which is okay sometimes every now and then. But why is Kiki not getting touches? Why is Juju still jacking threes with 2 people on her?
Yeah.
Like, what exactly are we doing? Like, and where were the adjustments? You know? So tonight at 10, we got 15 minutes. I need to see exactly what she's going to do. And I think I'm kind of segueing into our next topic. One of the good things about playing these smaller teams is that you can, these smaller or non-conference games where you're not really playing teams that you should be playing. One of the benefits of that is that you get to practice things. Like you get to practice things that it's not against the practice players. Like when they actually practice is against actual competition. So you throw different plays out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the chemistry and the camaraderie going before March happens. And I think for this team in particular, because they have so many new players, I think playing these smaller teams are good for them. But I hate it as a consumer. I absolutely hate it. And I've been very vocal about it on the timeline. People were pissed at me when I pointed out that USC had a trash schedule. They play 29 total games. 9 of the teams that they play are ranked. They already played the one team that was ranked, which was Ole Miss. So they have 8 more ranked games out of 27 games. Like, please spare me. 2/3 of their games, they're not playing nobody. Respectfully, they're not playing anybody. They're playing church league teams. They're playing teams that are just happy to get a college scholarship to hoop. And I respect it. You don't got to pay for school. I respect it.
The next ranked game is against Notre Dame next weekend. So
yeah, and I do know, like I said in the group chat, like I know a lot of times, especially with a lot of money and stuff and getting stuff and the type of school you at is where like especially conferences like the SEC and the Big Ten do this shit a lot, where they already have a hard ass schedule and just so they can keep they gotta win, like you gotta win so many games per conference, and so you try to, and I'm with you. And here's the thing that it don't bother me as much in football, because football, especially in college, is only so big. So you're going to have like one Alabama's, the LSU's, the Ohio State, they'll have like one, we're going to beat this team ass, send them a check, and we're going to get our juices flowing for the rest of the schedule.
Right.
But the problem is what basketball is, it's like 2 or 3 teams. We got to watch you like, yo, how many starter games do you need? You know what I'm saying? Like if yo, like I get it, your conference schedule might be hard, but damn, how easy do you got to have your non-conference schedule be? Like I get it, you want to win a lot, like you got to win a percentage of your non-conference schedule, but come on,
bro, 30 only 30% of their schedule, less than 30% is against ranked teams. Like,
and I get it, it can fluctuate, people can go up and down, but man, it's like we talking about USC. USC, they play Cal Poly. The next game they play, who are they playing next? Somebody named Thornridge or some shit. Like
Cal State Northridge.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Like a school I made up on a video game.
Right.
And this is not disrespectful.
Hey, they 2-0.
And they're gonna be 2-1 tonight.
Hey, listen. And Notre Dame played Mercyhurst, okay? DePaul, they're not even good. They played Mercyhurst, and they dubbed them tonight. Matter of fact.
Oh, DePaul played Mercyhurst.
Yeah, 74-53. If DePaul's doing that,
yeah.
Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the thing. I'm very consistent in this belief, because people thought I was literally picking on USC. I'm like, did they not know that this is a Juju stand account? Like, come on, like what? So I'm like, I literally have called out every team about it. LSU, I literally have called out every team about it. Like, it's not just USC, it's all the teams with soft schedules. Like, and I'm going to call them out again. Like, it's not good for the consumer, especially in a time where women's basketball is taking off the way that it is. So it's more eyes on the game. So when people turn into the game and they see that the score is, I think the USC game versus the last team they played,
Cal Poly.
Yeah, versus them. The first quarter, it was 40.
40.
It was 40 to what was the score, Nick? 40-6 in the first quarter?
Like, I think it was 40.
Oh, yeah, it was 40-6.
The final
and it was like
the final score was, I think, like 96 to 35. So in the first quarter alone, USC scored more points than that team scored the entire game. Come on, bro, stop it. This has to stop. Like, if I'm new to watching women's basketball and that's the game that I see, why am I going to watch this? Why?
Yeah, and then like you're excited to see Juju play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially people who missed her out last year because she was on in Pac-12. Now she's in the Big Ten, bigger market people gonna watch, and so people are ready for this shit. And then you see who they playing,
Right.
and they bust their ass like that. And there's 2 games in a row.
Right.
Like first we got Ole Miss, then we get Cal Poly in this other school that they got to play. And it's
I would
just,
say, I mean, these non-conference games got to be more competitive, honestly.
yeah, like I get it that you don't want to have every game be super hard before your conference, but you can't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be doing this. So I'm with you on this shit. I don't like it in football, but I get it because it's out of 12 games, maybe one will be against a super easy.
I was gonna say that's a good point. That's a good point. Like one game, okay, I get it. Hell, even if they had 5 games against terrible teams, like I would be okay with that. But only 30% of your games is against ranked teams, and you got 2 All-Americans on your team. You got literally somebody that's going to be the number 1 pick in a couple years, and you got somebody that's going to be top 2 next year. And y'all playing teams that we've literally never heard of before. Like I have no clue where any of these teams are located.
And
I guess
Cal
must be in California, I would assume.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only reason I know the location of it. Never heard of the school. Like what? It's just very interesting, I would say.
Nick, how do you feel about that shit, man?
No, I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, especially like when you talk about a top contender like USC, like, you know, you want to put them against a lot of like a lot of other like top contending teams. Like I'm not saying that they got to play like a Notre Dame or a UConn every night, but you know, at least give them against like, it's like for instance, like South Carolina play Michigan. Michigan's not ranked, but Michigan's a respected team in the country.
Right.
It doesn't have to be like against like a lot of these other teams like this or that. Like, you know, so they could have put them against, I don't know, a team like Arizona or some of their Arizona State, you know, somebody who's not, like I said, somebody who's not ranked, but are a well-respected team. So I don't know who's making the schedule. I get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these schools are being paid like millions of dollars just to come out here and, you know, just
the
compete against these teams. Yeah.
It's the ADs that do it. Like, and just so y'all know, we're not picking on like USC. Like UCLA played Colgate 81-63. Right. Texas played Southeast Missouri State 119-47.
Like, come on.
And that's the thing too, though, because
somebody who's like a super basketball head, like the fact that I had to turn the games off, like I'm like, come on, bro. You know I never be I don't be on my J shit. I don't be turning it off the game.
Yeah, it'd be like a 6-point game. Jay like, nah, I'm good.
Yo,
like, damn,
like I want to see Rory. Like I don't want to see Southeast Missouri State. Don't even make me excited to watch that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like I see after the first quarter, 34-15, you know this team is not coming back ever.
They're not.
No way possible. Like UConn playing South Florida 86-49. What?
But also the thing too is like it's not going to help a team like USC, especially when they prepare for these big matchups.
Exactly.
That's the point.
I think, and that's why ND can fuck around and get them. And was it 2 weeks?
Yeah, 23rd next Saturday, I believe. Yeah, next Saturday.
What I'm saying? Like, I feel like, and I know like Notre Dame hasn't played the best competition because they beat the shit out of Purdue 102-58, but they still look more like a team than USC. Is Notre Dame gonna be their first real team they play? And so it's just like
outside of Ole Miss, yeah.
You know, oh damn. I don't even know who they gonna play. I have no idea, but it's just I get it. The first game, isn't that what the preseason games are for? Isn't that why they was playing exposition games?
I mean, that is what it's supposed to be for. But one thing I will say is this is just another reason why I love Dawn, because she is not scared of anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that she had to come online on Twitter and tweet that she couldn't get enough people to agree to play them. That's weak. Y'all need to do better. That's weak, bro.
That's gotta be embarrassing for other teams.
That has to be. Like, I'm calling out USC. Like, why aren't y'all playing them?
And I will tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this as we wrap this.
Why y'all not playing them?
Yeah, as we wrap this section up real quick. Like I will say this. A lot of people now, coaches included, are scared to lose. And and they don't give a fuck if it hurts the players or anything. They don't care because the coaches got the bigger egos. Like a friend of ours, their son who plays football had to play against a showcase against a team in Florida. Once they found out they was playing a team in Illinois who was good, they canceled. They didn't want. They canceled. So they had these kids. They senior year miss a game out because they canceled 2 weeks for the season. You're not gonna be able to schedule a game.
Right.
So it's like the coaches schedule because they don't want this L because it's Florida. They don't want no Florida team losing to an Illinois team. They don't want it to be that possible. So it's like now these college schools, like it depends. Like if it's a Nike school, if you were Adidas school, all this shit matters. So it's like we don't want to lose. And I feel like you have to start making these teams do more showcases, like the men's college game. Like you're going to play. We need Kansas, Duke, Michigan State. You four are going to play in this showcase every year, and that's what we're going to start doing now. UConn, USC, Notre, the four best teams in women's college sports got to start doing showcases, and I feel like it's going to start coming. It'll be more eyes, but you got to do that because you can't just be doing.
No, well,
this
technically, the other day that was supposed to be a showcase, like that.
In France.
That first, it was supposed to be like what is it called? Alley Ship, I think, something like that. That was the name of.
Yeah, it was. So
that was. They just didn't play good teams.
Yeah, like and wasn't NC State. But yeah, NC State and what's the name was part of a showcase. So it's coming. So it just needs to be more teams we want to see. It shouldn't be showcases, nothing against NC State. But showcases mean we want to see USC, South Carolina versus somebody like a Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. We want to see LSU, USC because we don't know we're going to see this shit in tournament. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the next step for this sport. I feel like for it to even out because you got to give us something. Then Cal Poly and Northridge and Southeast Missouri State, wherever. So it's like, nah, we can't. And like you said, hoop heads. If hoop heads are turning that shit off, I know y'all asses are who not hoop heads. I just know you are. It's too much other shit to watch. You know what I'm saying? The blowout. So
I'm gonna ask y'all this because we didn't really discuss it. Just in a short sample size of games that you guys have seen this year with USC, do you think that Juju has demonstrated like improvement in her game?
Man, that's really hard to tell with that, man.
I'll have to go back and like actually watch the games. Not as far as like what I remember. I mean, of course, Juju's still Juju. I mean, she's still great, but I haven't really seen much.
She catching the bag everywhere, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. By the way, I gotta see that documentary. Gotta see that.
Oh, you already know we watching that. Hold on, it's on Peacock.
It is on Peacock. Yeah.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
Look over here, like, yeah, I got Peacock.
Y'all funny as hell. For me having Xfinity internet, they gave me that shit for free. Y'all better give me some for free.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, so I get it for free. The team get it for free. There we go.
Period. Now, look, one thing I'm gonna say about Jay, boy, one band, one sound is for real. Like he be looking out for sure.
If I got it, you got it.
Bro, with every streaming service, like he don't gatekeep, and I love that. I love
everything, and they
me alone
do it on purpose
at all. And you know me, Nick, I scared. Look, closed mouths don't get fed, baby. So you know I'm gonna ask.
They get us like that. Us parents, they got all this shit out and everything on different streaming service.
That's true.
And they see that shit. So then I'd be like, oh, okay, you get a free trial for 14 days, for 30 days. You forget. They didn't come and got that damn $20. So it's like,
look, now you own the service.
Yeah, I'm on there now. So you didn't got my ass. Then now you got me watching, and they say if you want it to be $25 a month with no ads, you know how to get me every time. So
See, me, I'm cheap when it comes to certain stuff. Like most stuff, I'm not, but certain stuff like TV, because I don't watch that much TV like that outside of basketball. Like my Netflix. Hold on, wait. I'm talking. Well, other than my,
I don't know what y'all be talking. I'm like, shit. I don't know what they talking about.
I gotta catch up on the weekends when I have free time. That's the only time I really watch. But like Netflix and stuff like that, y'all know. I told y'all I got the $6.99, baby. I'm watching all those commercials because guess what? I'm not paying it.
No, I hear you.
I'm not paying it.
Them commercials be like 2.5, 3 minutes. We gonna sit back and wait.
Right.
There we go.
Look, bathroom break. Let me go get a snack.
Yeah. Certain stuff like that now, I'm like, man, fuck all that shit. Just way too high. Like it's just, I'm having to cut back. We went grocery shopping today. I'm not going. It's just Look, a box of
can't
Cheerios being
imagine.
$7 just don't make no sense.
Groceries is
I
crazy.
can't imagine your bill over there. I literally can't.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real transparent. Today's, because we had to do a big grocery haul.
Mm-hmm.
Today's grocery bill, with it being like, you know, all grocery store got like the little savings members thing. With that, it was $675.
Now, how long is that gonna last?
Oh shit, man. Who knows? She'll be back at the grocery store this by the end of the week.
No way.
Not at the end of the week.
Not by the end of the week, bro.
She's not gonna be doing a full haul like she did.
Just little things here and there.
Yeah,
She's
she
gonna
gonna be
make that stretch, man.
And hell no, not this week. Not this week.
Yes.
Bro. Whatever y'all don't have, y'all don't need this week. Okay, like
No,
that.
Like so, like every like they all need like lunches and snacks. They all come home just be hungry
And you
as
got
hell.
all boys too, and they be eating, bro. Like
Just yesterday, I made because they all went to bed without eating dinner. Okay, they just all fell asleep. So yesterday, I made Axel 4 grilled cheese sandwiches. He ate them all. Maverick, I made him 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. He ate them.
He did not eat the whole thing. 2?
I promise you.
I believe it.
Yes.
I believe it.
Ace,
bro,
he came home from school. He said, "Daddy, I'm so hungry." I said, "Well, let's turn the griddle back on." He said, "You want grilled cheese?" He ate 2 grilled cheese sandwiches and he ate some other shit. That's a loaf of bread.
I was gonna say that whole loaf of bread gone.
And that's not even including Carter. That is 3 from 7 to 3. That's a loaf of bread.
That's crazy.
See, and groceries is just too high. And I try to complain because I know it's 6 of us, but a box of cereal should not be $7. Pop-Tarts is $4.65.
Crazy.
What?
Wow. But I'll be real. I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's funny. I'll be trying to cheat the system. Like, you know, whenever I get some produce like bananas and stuff, I'll be trying not to barely weigh that shit. So I ain't gotta pay like $2-3. I be like barely put this shit on there. I'm like,
does it work?
It don't. I'll be like, what's the thing? It used to work, but then I don't know. I think they changed the system at the self checkout now. So now I can
listen.
I'm crying.
Bag of grapes be like $4. I'm like, God dang, bro.
Bro, now grapes is like $8, $7, $7.
And I don't always go with her grocery shopping, but we've had the time now to just do the big haul we needed. We've been needing it to do this haul, and I'm just letting the grocery store like.
That's how you know you got a lot of kids when you say haul.
Yeah, it's a haul.
You wouldn't even go grocery shopping. You did a whole haul.
And then we're not even done. Like, she got to go to Costco get, like, you know, toilet paper, paper towels. We got all that shit. You don't understand, like, just going through paper towels. Like, they don't just grab one. It's 6 at one time. They just
my gosh, I hate that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just life is just expensive, man. And just, I say all to say, just take a deep breath. Everybody going through it. Just,
literally.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much money you got. If you're not a millionaire, you are going through it. I'm telling you right now. Like, I don't give a fuck what it is. You're going through it. But man, I don't want to go no tangent. I can talk about that shit forever.
Say, what we talking about, Juju?
I don't know how we get to that.
I asked Juju if y'all thought Juju got better.
Oh yes, I don't even.
What do you think?
We're gonna really know when they play Notre Dame.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they're not.
Hannah on Juju?
Too hard. They hold on. You think Hannah's gonna be checking Juju?
Hannah? Why not?
She's 5'6" and Juju 6'2".
That is a crazy.
I know she can
get
better though. I mean, you can go take for tag Olivia or Hannah. I mean,
I can't wait for this.
Be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, I think she will. She's 6'1", 6'2".
Damn, I didn't know that. It's crazy.
What's the exact date for that game?
November 23rd.
Man, that's
gonna be a good one. Game since the summer, man. What?
But so this is what I have to say about Juju real quick before we go. In the 2 games that I've seen, I've been disappointed. I do think that she is playing better on the defensive end. I have noticed that. I think she's sliding her feet better. I think she's putting herself in better positions to collect more blocks, which we've seen her have a lot more blocks so far this season. But just offensively, it looks very, very similar. She's still unable to pass out the double, which I thought that would be something that they worked on because they sent so many different looks at her defensively last year. I thought she would have addressed that. Offensively, I do see her working on her pace a little bit more. I know she talked about that all off season, how she was trying to work on her pace. So I can see her like implementing that throughout her game. But outside of that, I haven't really seen much.
It's always amazes me how like passing out of a double team quicker is always a star or a superstar the last thing to get better at. I just never, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like the last thing. Like okay, they got it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's probably more so in her pace being up. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't be slow with it at all times, pick and choose. But we're gonna see.
So I'm curious to see, especially as the year progresses, because I'm sure we clearly have not seen her entire bag. And the crazy part is, even if she hasn't gotten any better, she's still a top 5 player in college basketball. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's crazy to even think.
No, yeah. And it's going to be interesting since Nick did bring up who's going to guard her in Notre Dame. I'm really interested to see how as the season go on, how teams are going to guard her because, man, 28 points a game is 28 points a game. I don't give a damn if you're a freshman or a senior. So it's like, like, God damn, she can get buckets. Like, yeah, she can get wild and be missing shit, but it's going to be interesting, especially Notre Dame, to see who's going to be the primary. Who are they going to choose? This is your assignment.
That's actually a good question, though, as far as, how should teams play Juju? Like, would you rather give her perimeter shots or would you want to close off the drives? Because, I mean, she's really strong, too, when attacking. So it's better just give her that perimeter shot.
Her ability, I think that's her best attribute, actually. Her ability to get to the basket and finish.
Yeah.
Yes. Because she's so strong.
I can agree with that.
And she averaged the most trips to the line last year. She averaged, I think, like eight free throw attempts last year.
Right, something like that.
And that's one thing I did like. I did like seeing that when she did have those bad games. I want to say it was Oregon State. She had a terrible game after that Stanford game.
6 for 32.
Yeah, it was awful. And she was doing other shit. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. She was doing other shit. Like she was, she was getting teams. She was going to the basket. She was passing. She was doing things. So it was good to see that type of shit because your shot just not gonna always fall. And this year, they're gonna take your ass out. I can see a good team is gonna be like, yo, I don't think we need to let her guys get off like that.
But that's the thing, though, because it's like the game should come.
Go ahead.
I mean, I was saying, the game should come easy for her, especially considering that she's playing next to Kiki now, who draws a lot of attention.
It does.
So that should take attention off Juju.
You have a coach that draws sets up for that, correct?
Yeah.
Lindsay, you on the clock. But for Ole Miss, they were trapping her on the sidelines, and that worked. That had her flustered. Like she was out there. She was out there just throwing that thing. Like I'm like, dang, Ju, are you looking? Like you just throwing that thing.
I gotta go back. I'm gonna go back and look at that game for sure.
I'm probably gonna go back and watch some games tonight.
Yeah, I definitely gotta go back and watch that.
Also, last thing about USC, because I know we spent so much time on them. Also, I'm very questionable about their lineups and just how she's playing them. Like, it's no reason Juju should still be playing 40 minutes. Like,
that's game one.
Like, bro, 40 minutes is nuts still. Like, and that play where it was like towards the end of the game where I forgot exactly what happened in the beginning, but it was to win the game. And Rhea Marshall got it. She literally had a wide open layup and she threw it out to the 3. When I tell you, I literally almost lost my shit. Like I cursed at my patient's house. I literally yelled, "What the?" Like I yelled it so loud because I couldn't believe my eyes. And I bring this play up in particular because I hate what basketball is turning into. Why game on the line? Why are we open layup and you throw it to the 3-point line? Or what about when teams are now doing fast breaks and they pull up for a 3-pointer where you literally have a fast break? Like it's 3-on-2.
That makes me so mad.
Oh my gosh. Like it's cringy. Like I hate it. Like I absolutely hate it. And I just had to get that off.
You know what? Since you said that, it's crazy that
for a while.
Teams, basketball players always have done pull-up threes. But when you go back to watch games, especially NBA games from the 90s, it did a pull-up three. It was their 3-point shooter. It was a guy who we know who can shoot the damn ball. If he do miss it, I'm okay with him missing it.
Right.
If it was the Bulls, you would see John Paxson pull up, BJ, anybody like that. The Knicks, you would see John Stark, somebody pull up. Now, anybody is pulling up on a fast break. I'd be like, you don't even shoot that well. What makes you think? I don't care
if the only person, when it's a 4-on-2 fast break, the only person I would not cuss out that can do that is Steph.
Yes.
That's it. And I'm still gonna be like, Steph, the best shooter we ever seen. I'm still gonna be like, dumbass, why don't you pass to the paint?
Yes,
Like, it's
always,
like,
you know, always.
Man, that was crazy.
Always.
Like whenever he hit that shit, you shut the fuck up though.
Yeah, he did.
But this is the kind of person I am. Dumbass shot. I mean, but you made it, but dumbass shot still.
I'm like that too.
I'm definitely like that. That's a dumbass shot. What the fuck is you doing? I'm always like that. But let's see. I know we're gonna get up out of here. No, Juju is starting right about now, I believe.
You know it.
Anything else? I know we got a segment we're gonna bring for y'all each week called Player of the Week. I don't think we're gonna do that shit this week. We run out of time, and honestly, I forgot to pick mine. I don't know if y'all
did.
Give
me mine because I already talked about her. Mine was Olivia Miles.
There you go. I will go with that.
That one too. I'm going with that one just because.
Yes, we're gonna.
I mean, it's tough. We're
gonna give y'all our Player of the Week, different players for y'all to look at. You know, different players to talk about because we don't want to keep talking about the same one. So it's just another element to the pod for y'all for more information. So starting next week, we for sure gonna have our Player of the Week each time. Quick news before we get up out of here. I don't like seeing videos of players working on threes if they haven't mastered what their main job is. And I'm talking about Angel Reese. Okay? The video going around her working on her shot or her 3-point shot. First of all, it just looks awful. We don't need to be working on that. We don't need to be working on that when we don't know what your back to the basket game is. And I saw a video, Lowe sent the video yesterday that she was working on that. That's what I want to see. Because if you come to the season next May, Angel Reese does not have a back to the basket game. I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be fuming with that shit big time. So that's all I got to say. I don't like all. First of all, I'm over the off-season on working out videos.
Same.
Cause listen, that shit don't matter. We done been seeing Ben Simmons do that shit for 5 years now.
Bro, cooking. What's up, Tom? Tom,
what
we
up,
about
Tom?
to go, but I guess it's late or early in.
Yeah, it's probably
we see that shit. So I hate it. That's my little rant. Like I always gonna have something for y'all. I see shit all the time.
But also, real quick, since we on our Angel Reese thing, I saw a quote. I don't know if Tyler Marsh has said it since he's the new head coach of the Sky. He said he's trying to win a championship next year.
I saw that too, child.
Hey, listen, man, that's coach talk.
You gotta say that though. That's cap, but you gotta say
that's coach. That's coach talk. You gotta get the fan base. We mad as hell. We mad as hell about what's going on there. So you can't come to the press conference. You got to say, but that's wild. You gotta
sell.
You gotta be realistic.
That is wild though. I know he went back to his office like shit. I don't know if I should have said that.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like especially when you're dealing with Chicago front office, like if you don't deliver,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I get it.
No, your job might be on the line after that.
No facts. Seriously, I get it. But it's like my boy.
We're gonna have to dissect the whole Tyler thing next week because I like Tyler and everyone.
No, me too.
To the podcast knows that
I
speak I've always spoken very highly of him. Just how I saw how he single-handedly transformed like Jackie Young's game. And so I speak very highly of him. I want him to do well. However, I will just leave this tidbit. If he does well, it is going to make the Teresa Weatherspoon firing look even worse. Like it's gonna make it seem justified, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
even though it's going to have more tools than she had.
Yeah,
it's to make it seem justified, and I hate that.
It's gonna be interesting. So, but
I agree. Tom said I think he can get Liz Williams back to All-Star status. I agree because
if Liz was healthy last year,
a completely different team.
Yeah,
like that was the best start to the season.
But also, I'll be real though. Like if Liz was healthy last year, do we see like the production of Angel Reese? Like would she have been as impactful last year?
But Angel would be the 4 and Liz would be the 5.
I mean, yeah, but
so Camilla would probably be coming off the bench.
That's true.
I'm interested to see how this is going to be.
I know because
because
now, what if Camilla gets a lot better? Like, can you bring her off the bench still?
It just sucks. It just sucks that Teaspoon had to go through this because they were in the playoffs until Kennedy got sick, Angel got hurt. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks. So now if the Sky, like you said, Low, make the playoffs, it's going to be the narrative and the agenda around Teaspoon is going to be ridiculous.
Yep. And people just completely forget about the other facts that are included in this.
Yeah,
like
they're not going to try to do none. They're not gonna try to understand none of that because they won the argument, and that's all that matters to them. Like they won. Like you see, it was always her. So it just like a lot of people try and go it low. When she said like we go from one rookie coach to the next rookie coach, and people try to say, "Well,
they were."
I talked about that immediately. I told her that
they were trying to cook
immediately
for real, but you was making good points.
Like, so I couldn't see, but I went back and I was just laughing.
Yeah, it was going crazy. I said, "God,
I didn't think he was gonna blow up though." I'm like, "Damn, really? You went from one rookie to another one? Like what?"
It didn't make sense, honestly. I mean, look, it's not a knock to Tyler. I mean, Tyler's a great coach, but
exactly. And then people were like, "Well, he has coaching experience with championship teams," and I'm like. And they were like, no, so that's what they say. He has more coaching experience. I was like, did y'all not know that Teresa Weatherspoon was literally a Pelicans assistant head coach? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, and then you're like, oh, I didn't know. So why are you under my comments?
That's why they were trying to drag low because they was like, well, he was doing this as an assistant and that. Listen, first of all, assistant don't mean you're gonna be a good head coach. No way.
Period. Turn that up. Period.
In the first place, look how many people came from the Coach Pop tree. That don't mean they're going to turn to a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was it? Brent Brown went to the Sixers. He was part of the process. He came from Coach Pop. They ain't even sniffed instant conference finals.
Hell, one of LeBron's first coaches, Mike Brown, came from Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like these, you know what I'm saying? He finally got a ring with the Warriors, I believe, right? Mike Brown? Was he one of the assistant coaches there? But
he was assistant,
like, he didn't. It takes time to become a good head coach. He's good now with the Kings.
Low key popping in his bag though. like the NBA world and even the WNBA world should really be thanking him because he low key has produced some bangers.
Oh no, he's got good coaches. He got good coaches. I think a lot of people don't realize. Like, just let people know.
Tom said MNBA. Jake, I'm about that.
And let me tell y'all something. I'm glad you said this shit, Tom, because I was never going to say this shit. Listen, I love women hoops, okay? But it's never in my life, ever, if somebody say anything about the NBA or the WNBA, and I thought, I'm like, damn, is he talking about the WNBA? Never. And I'm not gonna be like this. Listen, I always say to me, man, I know I'm older. Everything is just not for me. It is not for me. I'm gonna make comments. I'm gonna laugh about it, but I'm not gonna be like the people that's like trying to be like saying derogatory shit to people. Saying, oh, I'm not gonna be like that. I think this shit is funny because I saw somebody put MNFL, and I said I draw the line.
I didn't see that.
I draw the line. If the women can get called, oh my God! I'm not even gonna argue all this, but I just know for a fact that I know who you're talking about. Whether you say which, especially if you start off by saying the Chicago Sky, Las Vegas Aces, I know fucking well you're not talking about the NBA. But,
bro, MNFL is dragging it. That is crazy.
Come on.
That is crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna start when I see this shit. I'm gonna start tagging y'all so I can see I'm just not making this shit up. I said, I had to Google like, is there a women's? I know there's a women's football league, but it's a lingerie.
Right. Hold on, wait. Yeah, but they have other like professional women.
Yeah, they got other leagues, but I know damn well that's just too much. So I'm not gonna yuck y'all yum. If y'all want to do that, and I get it, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be derogatory. I'm not gonna talk about you crazy. I'm
never saying that either, but I think it's funny because people get so pissed about it.
Yeah, like I think it's just funny when I say it. And when I tweet about it, it's more people in my comments who are more mad than I am. I'm like, I just think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lose a friend over it. I'm not gonna get disrespectful. That's what people are doing because it's Twitter. But I just think it's funny.
I'm starting to respect the NBA as of late. But yeah, because your man was hooping.
Kay Cunningham has been hooping though. Yeah.
Hey, bro, franchise player, man.
I think it's just funny that they crash out about it. They do. They really do crash out about it. And I was never going to bring it up, but since somebody did, since you did, Tom, that's why I did it. So I get the. Oh, I bet you do.
That's OD. Like,
no, I'm sure.
People take it way too serious.
I'm sure he does.
It's not that serious. Like,
it's not that serious.
Look, I might not be watching this game after all, y'all. It's already 28-6.
See what I'm talking about? Man,
end of the first quarter
already.
Yeah, man, come on.
End of the first quarter.
Yeah, so that's all I got, man. You know, we can keep
see what Lindsay doing from a coaching standpoint, but I'm not watching this whole game.
Yeah.
What is it on?
It's
we have some unrivaled news, I guess.
Oh yeah. Alyssa Thomas and Steph Dolson now joining Unrivaled. Can we please hurry up with all the names, dog? I'm so tired. So tired of it. What we on like player 32 or something like that?
Wait till I leak their daddy address on Tom. All right, Tom has come to the live stream. Tom usually he be in playback on that shit. Oh no, you don't like that?
That's the crazy thing. Like everybody's already fed up with Unrivaled. The league ain't even started yet.
Yeah, I just want you to wrap that shit
up. My issue with Unrivaled is also outside of the promotion, like how they're promoting it. My issue is them not like letting people know about the ticket sales.
Yeah,
because the season starts in January. Like, have they not seen this economy? Like, first of all, flying to Miami anyway can be expensive. Staying in Miami is already expensive, but now you're talking about doing it last minute, like booking all this stuff. We're already mid-November.
Like, and then I haven't even heard. I don't know if y'all heard anybody, but I haven't even heard nobody who got back, who they've even reached back to about media credentials. Like, yo.
Oh yeah, we did apply, didn't we? Yeah.
Like media, we don't know about ticket stuff. Like y'all keep talking about now hiring. People are doing like I ain't heard nobody say I'm now working with them. Nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Usually we don't see. It's just a bunch of stuff. And Steph Dolson is not a top 30. Are they actually doing a bus? Is it really the top 30 they doing, or they just get who they want to do it? So I ain't hear my fault.
It can't be. It's not top 30.
It can't. It can't be.
I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm gonna be respectful.
It can't be.
I'm gonna leave it like that. It can't be top 30.
Girl, people got jobs. We gotta take leave. We gotta accommodate. Yes.
Like we are regular adults, dog. Like we trying to support the league, and y'all not giving us like no information.
But see, that's my thing. Like, because it's almost giving a little bit of cockiness. Like, I know y'all gonna come regardless, type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's given. Because they do have decent players that's playing. So, and everyone wants to go to Miami when it's cold, wherever they live, respectfully, if they live in a cold place like me, typically during that time. So, I mean, I guess they think that people want to spend regardless.
We're going to see. You need to let us know. Like you said, it's November. You know what I'm saying? December's around the corner. You know what I'm saying? People already putting out.
We got Christmas shopping and stuff.
Right. Christmas, Thanksgiving. You still got to pay for the food for Thanksgiving. People making travel plans to travel to go out of town for Thanksgiving.
Lord have mercy. The food for Thanksgiving.
Right. Y'all just pay what? You said $600 and it's 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. You about to turn it back around and pay that $600 again.
Double that.
Oh my God. Yo, that's a plane ticket.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a player
Unrivaled. You said it's a player unrivaled that's not even top 50. Who is it, Q?
Yeah, Q. I need to know this. I like spiky things.
I'm actually interested now. I don't even remember who's all playing.
You got to say it now. You got to say
I need to know this one. I like that.
I don't honestly. I don't even remember who all playing.
Damn, who is all playing? Fuck.
Enrique. Is Jewel playing?
I think Jewel is playing. Yeah, Jewel's playing. De'Erica playing. Kate Martin.
Oh yeah, that's just for.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot she was playing.
Yeah, Kate Martin is the one.
And they couldn't even get
Kennedy. That's just for marketing. Respectfully.
Or is it to? Because then they said it was. Here we go. We got Stewie, Fee, Chelsea, Enrique.
I forgot Chelsea's in there.
We got Kelsey. We got Ryan. We got Ka. We got Marina. We got De'Erica. We got Angel. We got
Angel's top 30.
Man, hold on.
You gotta be tough. Come on now. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, there's not. That's who else we got? We got who the fuck is Jules? We got Jules, Skylar, Rakia, Dejanay. We got Sloot, Shakira, Tip, BG.
What is Sloot? Dick, I'm sorry, Sloot. Please.
Sloot try to get the bag before she retired. I ain't mad.
I get it, but man.
You know what? I got pissed when I saw that she was playing, but like, I'm like, just go be a family woman. Come on, bro. It's time to retire.
Respect. I know. Allie ready. Allie been ready for a couple years now.
I don't know everybody's nicknames like that. They got everybody nicknaming. Who the fuck is McBuckets again?
Kayla McBride.
Okay.
He's like, give me a list campaign. So this could be elbowing everybody.
Who the fuck is Slim?
Brittany Sykes.
Brittany Sykes, yeah.
Okay. Unicorn.
Satu.
Yeah, Satu.
Oh, Satu is Unicorn? I had no idea.
Hey,
We got
there's
Aaliyah.
supposed to be some talent here. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot.
Aaliyah. We got Lexi.
Aaliyah Boston, yeah. Lexi
I forgot
Howard.
Aaliyah was on there.
Courtney
Okay.
on here.
Hey, there's some talent.
I mean,
There's
yeah,
some
definitely
talent.
talent.
It is what Alexis Morris.
Wire hanger. I'm crying.
Hey man, I don't know everybody nicknames like that, man. I don't even be knowing regular NBA player nicknames like that. I be like, I don't call him that. I don't even know what that nickname is. You know
Big
what I'm saying? So what you say?
Big Purr.
Big Purr. I'm not calling him that. I'm not. Slew getting cooked. That's another thing. 3-on-3. People don't
100%
understand.
getting picked 3-on-3. 100%.
She might as well be a coach or something. I'm sorry, respectfully.
I bet you know who end up. I'm not going NBA. I'm not going to say all that. Making me sound like I'm slow even trying to read that shit. Player Deucey. I don't know who.
You talking about Tatum's son
that is. Shit.
Or Deuce McBride? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Deuce McBride. There you go. I don't know.
Big Purr.
No, Big Purr.
We said Big Purr.
Big Purr from the Big Purr.
You are.
Yeah.
They call Carl Anthony Towns that cat. They call him Big Purr. He said he hates it. They still call him that, which is hilarious.
You don't like it because everybody be talking about.
I mean, I would not want to be a 6'8", 6'9", 7-footer being called Big Purr either. Sorry.
No. They call him worse.
And New Yorkers are assholes.
They call him worse.
New Yorkers are assholes. But yeah, it's some people. I forgot I was even playing this shit. I actually forgot Angel was even doing this shit, and I wish he wasn't. But it's a lot. It's a lot of people I forgot. It's 4 more slots they gotta announce, man. Who?
They got 4 more. They're doing 36 now.
So who is it gonna be?
I don't know. Everybody's saying it might be KD.
I didn't even expect AT to be playing. I didn't expect that at all.
But I like it. Go get the bag for your family. She got 2 kids.
Angel gonna have a ring light on baseline. Shut the fuck up, man.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. Is it player? No. It's 4 more spots for players. It's 4 more spots.
Coaches.
If y'all want to look at this shit here, I'm gonna put the. I
heard that a source told me that they are getting actual coaches, but I'm not sure how true that is.
That's the link for y'all right there. If y'all want the link for Unrivaled, if y'all want to look at this shit, but yeah, so they got gear on here and shit. But I ain't finna hold y'all on that. Anything else we get up out of here? We almost at 1:30, man. See, this is what happens to us. We be ready to leave, and then y'all want to start asking questions, start talking.
Everybody showed up like an hour in. Like
it's right got tweeted that we was going at 9:30, and I never told.
I see. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know about no coaches, nothing like that. It's given that slam game where they play in the outdoor court in what?
NYC slam game.
3-on-3 is just it's gonna be a different game. So I feel like you should have been picking players differently for that, but. We did see they was trying to get Caitlin, and
does AT even fit in 3-on-3?
She just gonna bulldoze through people.
Yeah, she gonna be screening like I'm a screen and slip, or go for a shot. That's how it's gonna be. So I just want to see.
Go for a shot. She ain't about to be shooting. That's for sure.
That is true. So I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, you need to be. I don't know.
She need to take a break and get surgery, man. Please. Like.
Yeah, she does.
How many years? How many years? She's at year what?
I don't know. She was what, 14, 15, one of those years?
Damn, is that much? I didn't realize it was that.
Yo.
I think it was, yeah.
Like 10, maybe 12.
Damn. I wonder how much they paying these ladies for this. I really want to know how much.
That was 7, so yeah. Let me see.
They got that deal from TNT, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's gonna be good for them. That's definitely good. I want the W to get something like that going forward. Like, yeah, what's the name of the ION? Is that who it is? ION. Ion. They got Ion and you got ESPN, but TNT
they on Prime too.
Yeah, TNT. You got Prime. Prime. I need them to have whatever cameras that the concerts and NFL games get. Whatever production y'all give them, I need them to have it as well.
18 is in year 10.
Damn.
She got drafted.
What year was she?
She got drafted in 14.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I know she wasn't that close behind Dewana, because Dewana's at what? 15.
Dewana was like 08, 09, wasn't it?
Damn. Life is really moving fast.
So no,
I
Dewana
don't want to
must
see a
be-
fucking TikTok.
DeWanda was a part of
saying-
that
She
Mercury
was
team that
14
won the
because
chip.
Candace would have been 16, right? I think Candace is 16. So Dewana would have been, I think, 14, like 14.
Tom, I don't like none of this dancing shit. I know this is probably the old man in me, but this dancing shit just blows my mind. Like,
I'm not gonna hold y'all. That Jared McCain for Philly be hooping now. He be dancing.
oh, he can hoop.
I
No, he can hoop.
hate the antics. Like I hate all the
I hate
antics.
the
but
antics.
He was hooping last year at Duke.
yeah, I like
He
him.
can definitely hoop.
He's not scary. Like he
No, he's
you know
not.
what I'm saying? Like he don't care who across the lines from him. He gonna try to go get a bucket, and I respect that.
He can hoop. It's just the other antics, like, brother.
All right, we
Yeah, I
gotta
ain't gonna
go.
lie.
Yeah, we gotta go
Yeah,
back
we
here.
gotta go.
Anything else? I don't think I have nothing else. You know, shout out,
neither.
you know, I almost couldn't even get it out. Shit. I looked for you though, real quick. Mackenzie Forbes is playing professional basketball for the Waverly Falcons of the MBL 1 South. She was actually drafted by the Sparks, but we know how that goes.
Yeah, I knew she was drafted, but I knew she
Yeah, I
was
knew she was drafted too.
Yeah, but she's over there playing. So, but yeah, man, that was
Good for her. Shout out
we
to Mackenzie.
appreciate y'all holding it down. Y'all been here the whole time, deep like always. Y'all waited 2 weeks for us. So, she in Australia. That's what our league is in Australia. Okay, y'all waited 2 weeks for us. We were still active. Y'all still talking to us. So we back to normal. We needed it though. Everybody mental health needed that shit.
We might need a
It wasn't gonna
break.
be no hoops on here.
We might need a break around like January 20th. I'll say that much.
Facts.
Honestly, being real.
Great. Correct.
We might. But man, like always, man, follow us everywhere. Saying Create Media Network on YouTube, you know, Best MW Show on Spotify, Apple, anywhere else you listen to your podcast. I might drop this. I might drop the audio for this tonight and then do the video tomorrow. I don't know. It depends how I feel, how fast this stuff does it. Come on, Jay, give it a shout out. Give what a shout out?
MNBA. That's how we signing out. Shout out to the MNBA.
You're not gonna give me do this, Tom. I'm not gonna. Maybe on a drunk night you might get me. You know. Oh yeah, he met me when I was drinking. We was drinking white Hennessy and shit. That's how he met me. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me like that, Tom.
Yeah, not with y'all again. I'm good.
You better say it. God damn. I think about it, Tom. I think about it. But man, yeah. So shout out to everybody, man. We love y'all like always. We appreciate the love.
We'll see y'all Tuesday.
We see y'all Tuesday. Say what up to us on Twitter. This is our handles. You see our handles. Say what's up. We're gonna say what's up back. Till next week. We out of here. Peace.
Also follow me on Blue Sky. Olivia Pope.